The topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Welcome to my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives. I'm Debi, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by helping them identify the root causes of their health and mindset issues and create a custom, natural, strategic recipe that's holistic in the areas of mind, body, and health. As a health coach, I'm not allowed to say that I heal, treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose any diseases. I can certainly make your body more efficient by reducing symptoms. You'll feel better, be more productive, and enjoy life more. Not many people have released 70 pounds, had a health and mindset transformation, and kept fit and trim for over a decade. I have, and I have staying power. And it's actually been over 11 years. I even became a half marathon runner at the age of 51 when I never ran from childhood to adulthood due to foot pain. And I have done 8 half marathons so far. Mindset is the key for lasting change. As a certified holistic health coach, I do revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I guide them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrients. My coaching is for optimizing health, releasing weight efficiently when needed, and enhancing your mindset. I help my clients recognize that their thoughts, feelings, and emotions drive their actions and results, sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's why it's crucial to have a positive mindset for success. I also help, it's also imperative to manage your emotions, to release those low vibrational emotions such as fear, frustration, and doubt, because all they're going to do is slow you down and get you stuck physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like a hot air balloon that has ballasts, I help my clients release those emotional ballasts and baggages so they can uplift to a happier, better, healthier life. And in turn, they are releasing their stress and they're reshaping their core beliefs. You will see and feel the differences with my coaching programs. Ask me about them. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DebiChanges. LIV as in Victory ES.com/Linktree, LINKTREE. And I will guide you to that better, happier, healthier life with custom natural solutions unique to you for in the areas of mind, body, and soul. Today, I am honored and excited to have Dr. Laura Dennison back, a naturopathic doctor who's also a master herbalist, certified iridologist, certified nutritional consultant, and a master formulator. She uses her certifications and degrees to empower women and their families with knowledge for full holistic health in the areas of mind, body, and spirit. Dr. Laura and her husband, Stan Dennison, co-founded a nutritional company called Stay Natural. With Dr. Laura's extensive knowledge in the herbal industry, she has formulated the majority of their product line. Stay Natural became an industry leader in the herbal supplement market, has trademarks and patents. It has been in business for over 20 years and became a beloved brand with longevity and joined in 2015. We'll be discussing how herbal medicinals and adaptogens transform your health. So let's welcome Dr. Laura Dennison, a naturopathic doctor, a master herbalist, and a master formulator, and so much more. Back to my show. There you are.
Hi.
Hi. So
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
And I'm happy you're here too. So let's start off. A lot of people don't understand how herbal medicinals versus allopathic medicine is different and what it can really do for you. Can you enlighten us?
Absolutely. Well, herbal medicine has been around for centuries. I mean, we're talking about, 2,000 years. I mean, people have been using herbs to be medicine. And so when you take an herbal supplement, or if you take an herb or you take an herbal tea, there's certain different herbs that acts as medicine because it gives your body the tools to be able to work more efficiently. And so it can be from plants to herbs to roots to the bark. It's been used for, like I said, centuries. There's lots of different traditional Chinese medicine that has been using this, and they continue to use it as their medicine. And so they try to use it first before going into Westernized medicine. But like traditional Chinese medicine, Western herbalism, Ayurveda, they all use homeopathic remedies to be able to help you and make your body run more efficient. Now, like she says, we don't diagnose, treat, cure, prevent, but when you're giving the body the right tools, there's a lot of different, even chronic conditions that can be helped with herbal medicine. Now, allopathic medicine is, Westernized, and there's complete benefits to that as well. It's just something that people go to very, very quickly before trying to do things on their own to help their body whether it's blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes. There's some things that are naturally that you can do, as well as with diet. And I love that you're a health coach and you're helping so many people with that. Because, you can grab from this first before then just being reliant on medications. So allopathic medicine is Western medicine that's, medical doctors and surgeries and different hospitals and, which is needed, especially if you have a life-threatening condition. And so there's, benefits to both. But what happens, I see, Debbie, is people rely on allopathic instead of changing their diet, instead of changing the things that's causing the illness to happen. And so that's why I love the industry I'm in, because like you said, I love being a master herbalist and understanding, just like white willow bark, for instance. Okay. White willow bark is a natural anti-inflammatory. And so aspirin is actually made from white willow bark. So a lot of the medications that people have actually came from some medicinal herb. And so when you really get into it and you understand, there's things that you can do, on your own that can actually help you on your journey of wellness. And so, that's a sort of a quick, difference between the two. But I tend to go to the first one because, knock on wood, I haven't had to take medication since, I was 27. And so, I'm 55 now. And I don't take any medications. I just take natural herbal supplements and I feel wonderful. And that's the thing is, and that's another thing that I want to address is a lot of people will go allopathic, but they still don't feel very good. They still aren't getting the results that they want. And so it sort of, causes them to be dependent on that medication instead of trying to go to the root cause. In traditional Chinese medicine, we look at the root cause. We look at, the different, even the environment that you're in, stress levels. I liked how you talked about, stress levels and giving your body the more efficient way to live. And that's, sort of in traditional Chinese medicine, that's what we lean towards as we try to find the root cause. And so that's what I hope that you're here for today. And you're going to learn a lot about different things like that.
Yeah. I did a presentation yesterday and it was funny. I was running and I'm like, people are just too complacent. And that's when it comes to, utilizing the, conventional medicine, so to speak. And I honestly have not been able to handle it. And I was telling people on the podcast before, I would never look at side effects because I don't want it in my mind, but I end up with the side effects anyway. So it's like, okay, I'm off of it. So I'm so happy and so grateful that I found a natural way to correct my problems, because I did release 70 pounds, right? And I started eating a cleaner diet, and I started, taking supplements and herbals and things like that to make me feel better. And even when I broke my foot, my doctor was really amazed, my podiatrist, how fast my foot was healing. And, he delayed taking that boot off, but my whole point was he was going to take it off at 4 weeks. He said, I really have to take it off at 6 weeks. And, but he did that on purpose. And, because he thought I should need more healing. But he was really amazed how fast and how efficient my body was. And, he's pretty amazed by me in general, because he says, I have clients your age that are like this, but you're like up here. So I love my podiatrist.
Well, and and that's the thing is you're a perfect example how things can bridge together. Okay. So like, we don't have to be an herbal industry and then you have allopathic over here. It actually was something that you were able to bridge together because you needed to go. I mean, you injured your foot. I mean, so you're not gonna just sit there at home and not go get medical attention for that. Okay, but you were able to bridge, also taking natural supplements to innate a faster healing, faster recovery, and giving your body the tools. I mean, I know you, and I know how amazing you are whenever it comes to knowing what your body needs. And I guarantee you probably added more collagen, you probably added more calcium and magnesium, herbals, for, even like different milk thistle and different things, the white willow bark that we were talking about.
Yes, I did.
It speeds up the healing. And so that's a perfect example.
Yeah, it really helped. And the doctor's like, why is your foot brown? I told him, he says, oh, okay. Anyways, could you explain what adaptogens are?
Okay, so I am so glad we're talking about this topic because, you guys, it is something that is, an adaptogen is, it helps your body adapt. Okay. And so your body is unique and my body is unique. And so we adapt differently whenever we have a response, a healthy response to something. Okay. Yeah. Or a bad response to something. We're all unique individuals. And so what an adaptogen does is it adapts to what your body needs. And an adaptogen can be from plants to herbals to flowers, to berries, mushrooms. And, mushrooms, of course, is a hot topic right now because you see a lot of medicinal mushrooms, in the mainstream health industry. Okay. And there's a lot of, oh my goodness, there's a lot of great mushrooms that help with cognitive function, memory. It's adapted to what your body needs. Okay. And so when you think about an adaptogen, it's going to promote balance. It supports overall health. It goes and does what your body is requiring it to do. It really helps. And I love this because in my clients, I deal with a lot of people that deal with a lot of elevated cortisol, a lot of stress, and adaptogens lower that stress. Okay. And so it's just a beautiful, ingredient, if you want to call it, but it's just a beautiful vessel to help people, support a healthy life. I mean, it really is that big. And of course, it's really powerful right now. And so I'm excited to talk about this topic.
Yeah, I just love the way they adapt to what you need. So that's really important because everybody has their own fingerprint of health. Now you mentioned a whole bunch of different types of adaptogens. So the herbal adaptogens, but there's also mushrooms. So can you go into a little bit more detail on that?
Yes, and I'll talk about the top ones because there is, the top of the line and where a person can get. So let's just talk about the herbal and the flowers first, and then we'll talk about the mushrooms if that's okay. Okay, so some of the herbals like ashwagandha. Okay, that is a super adaptogen. It reduces stress and anxiety, improves energy levels, boosts immune function, supports adrenal health. Like I said, I do deal with a lot of people that have exhausted adrenals and they have elevated cortisol. I deal with a lot of people trying to balance their hormones. And, this is a wonderful, adaptogen. Then you got the rhodiola. The rhodiola is, it's amazing, and it helps with your physical stamina, your physical endurance. Okay. So it gives you that, that feeling of, it's hard to describe it because it's just like that, the energy inside that your body's needing. So like, people that, are not sleeping well, people that have low energy, this is going to increase that stamina. It's just more of an alertness. It helps reduce fatigue, boosts mood, improves cognitive function, and of course combats that stress. And that's why I really love adaptogens.
Are they
And
good
then,
for athletes too?
excuse me?
Running and athletes as well? Rhodiola.
Absolutely increases the stamina. So it increases, it's almost like it's not a blood purifier, and it's not a product that increases oxygen, but it increases that fighting those free radicals, that's in the bloodstream, to reduce that stress, so then you can have more of an efficient run. I sort of like that we're tagging that word today, because it helps you, be more efficient. Both of the ginsengs, the Luthor root, holy basil, ginseng, those are some others. The Shazanda berry, like I said, there's some berries and that improves endurance as well. And so a lot of people, just like you, you're a runner, and blessings to you. I mean, I always do, my adaptogens early, okay, because you do get that focus, and because you don't want to take them late in the day, because you're wanting to wind down, and so always remember that when you're taking adaptogens. Maca root, is another one. Both of the ginsengs, like I said, holy basil, that's also it supports immune function. And that's another thing with adaptogens is it really helps to boost your immune system. So you're thinking about your brain, you're thinking about your energy levels, your performance, and then also your immune system. And, you're getting, tremendous, amounts of that. And that's more of the herbals and the berries and, the holy basil, the different plants. Mushrooms is on a different cloud. Okay. It is, it is the fungi, the mushrooms, you guys. I wish when I think about all the different types, and when you start looking at why they are called what they're called, like, the turkey tail. I mean, it looks, similar to a tail on a tree. And, and these different fungi is, amazing. And this has been around for, centuries. People have been using this for medicine. Back to the herbal medicine, the different mushrooms. I mean, there's so much, benefit. I have an encyclopedia book that I have in my library, and this mushroom book, they were writing about mushrooms. This was, back in the 1900s, this book that I have. And it's just so cool, because you guys, we could take what God gave us, and turn it into something beneficial for us. And you can't get that from a chemical drug. You can get that from nature. And so that's where the adaptogen mushrooms, but reishi is one of the number one top of the mushrooms. It calms the nervous system. It's also called the mushroom of immortality, supports immune modulation, promotes restful sleep, reduces anxiety. Lion's mane, it is promotes nerve regeneration. And so people that have nerve issues, and, we have a lot of people that have bad circulation, neuropathy, different things like that. Can you imagine? It's regenerating that nerves, so, that's lion's mane. Reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression, enhances the gut-brain axis. Okay, so now we're talking more, towards the brain, but your gut is your second brain. And so, but chaga is a very popular one that you see all over Amazon in the natural world, and it is a fantastic mushroom. It's an antioxidant, protects against cellular damage, supports immune function, reduces inflammation, but it also can help with blood sugar and cholesterol levels. And so, so it's just super. And like I said, the cordyceps, turkey tail, maitake, shiitake, These are all, fantastic, amazing mushrooms that we can grab from as an adaptogen. And like I said, adaptogens do something different, and each one of them have their own, specialty about them. Okay. And so don't think that you're just going to take one adaptogen and it's going to, help all of the things that I just talked about. Each one of them is specific to certain other ones, just like you knew, about, the endurance. And so you make sure that you get that adaptogen. Okay.
Mhm.
And then, somebody that has a low immune system, they need more the immuno, mushrooms that's going to really help with that. And then also with the brain health. And so, they just do so many different things. And you guys, adaptogens is it's on an island on its own. Okay. Because we're not talking about nutrients. We're not talking about vitamins and minerals. We're talking about things that actually helps benefit to help your body to go into a more efficient. I love that word that you use, Debbie. Thank you. I'm gonna use it a lot. Okay. But we need that to help us be more efficient, because then it just lets everything else, go into place. Herbal medicine helps all the biological processes. And so whenever you're feeding the body with these, then your body goes to it, it adapts to whatever your body's needing, which is incredible.
Yeah. And, these are safe, or there's safe ways to do it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What would you recommend?
Okay. So, and I will say this, okay, unless you know how to harvest mushrooms, I don't suggest that you go into the forest or go in somebody's backyard and start harvesting their mushrooms. Do not do that. Okay. Because there is poison out there. Okay. So there is, safe ways, and there's also safe, amounts. Okay. And so I'm glad that you brought that up, because before we get into, where you can get this, but, sometimes, when a person thinks that they need a lot of one thing, it may not be as good for their body. Okay. And so a lot of people that are power lifters, they looked at adaptogens and they okay, if a normal person can take this much ashwagandha, then I can take, 10 times it. You really don't want to, fool your body like that. You want to take, recommended. So you can get it from foods, of course. I love going to market and getting different mushrooms. You can cook with them. Also you can make different herbal teas. You got the holy basil, and you got, so you can go to a health food store and help to incorporate it into your diet. Okay. That's one way. The easiest way is through supplementation. And I love being in the industry that we're in, and I love being a master formulator, and because I have formulated some wonderful products, and Debbie can help you get to that. But I'm going to tell you a few products, if you don't mind. Can I show a few?
Go ahead.
Okay. So this is an energy product. Okay. It's called Stay Energized Plus. And it has the eleuthero root, and it has 2 different types of ginseng. Okay. And so ginseng is and it just gives you that focus. And so when people take an adaptogen, okay, some people may get really good energy, but others may just get that focus that they were needing, because it's adapted to them. And it never causes you to energy to, jack you up and then drop you down as fast as it, took you up. Okay.
So you won't bounce off of walls.
Yes. And it's not, yeah. And for any of you guys that are listening, that are drinking the Monsters and the Red Bulls, and please, let's have a conversation, because this could help you to eliminate the chemicals that you're putting in your body. And the things, there's just so many different chemicals and processing that those go in. And I see a lot of young people doing that. And if you can get it from a natural source, and adaptogens is where it's at. Another product I love. Okay, we talked about the rhodiola and the schizandra berry, and this product. I didn't formulate this product, but I helped reformulate it, where it tastes really good. I mean, it's just pretty amazing. But it has the rhodiola.
And I love that for new IQ.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I just even like to smell it. It's so good. It's called brain candy. Okay. But rhodiola is one of the top adaptogens whenever it comes to herbs and plants. And so you're getting one of the top ones in here. Now it also has, resveratrol and other things that work as, for brain health. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, which is, crucial whenever you're needing the extra boost. And I do this every morning. I just absolutely love it. It's a fantastic product. You were talking about endurance. This also helps with that endurance. Okay. Yeah. And so, and then
I do stay cool for the summer.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You could do so many things, and it's just really good. And it has good sources of vitamins in there too. That's really good for the brain health. And then I got this amazing coffee. Yes. Oh my gosh. Now talk about being addicted to something. Okay. So this has 10 different mushrooms. Okay. Most people, they got 5, maybe. And we have uppers to 10, and they actually put the creamer in with it, and it's called a 3-in-1. Now, it does have raw cane sugar, but a very small amount. Okay. And so it's something that your body can burn and get rid of. Okay. You don't want to do any artificial sweeteners, or, you need to stay away from sugar. Sugar is the most harmful thing that you can put in your body whenever it comes in
refined sugar, though.
Refined sugars, yes. And with that being said, because a lot of people, they use it in their coffee, they baking cakes and all that. You guys, they're now coming out with studies that sugar is actually the culprit to heart disease, and it is not the problem of heart. It is the problem of heart disease. Cholesterol is not. Okay. You're going to start seeing that in the news, that sugar is the reason why people are having issues with their cholesterol and all those kind of things. And so,
and I just want to remind that we're talking about processed sugar, not raw sugar, so to speak.
Not raw sugar. Yes. It's processed sugar. It's that white stuff, that cane sugar, and so this is raw sugar. And so this is something, but your body can burn it. And, you also have to, because a lot of people will use artificial sweeteners, and that's not as good for you either if your body is not able to get rid of it. So I always do either stevia, which is not a sugar. It's a sweetener, but it's not considered a sugar. Or the raw sugar. But anyway, let's get back to this. Okay. Adaptogens. This is absolutely completely full of, 10 different mushrooms that are absolutely incredible. And it has the creamer in it. Okay. But if you don't use cream in your coffee, we also have one that does not. Okay. And so, but adaptogens, you just feel better. it is. So have you tried it, Debbie? Have you tried it yet?
The original one without the creamer in it. I just recently got a sample of this one with the creamer, and I assume it's collagen that they put in there as the creamer. Am I right?
It is. It is actually. Let's see here. Non-dairy creamer is what it is.
Yeah, so I think it might be collagen.
Yeah.
But I do like the collagen products, so.
I do. Oh my goodness. And here's the thing, you guys, is, you can get, just be aware of what adaptogens are. Okay. Then when you go to the grocery store and you see, certain mushrooms, throw them into your stir fry, just do things that are going to help you, give your body the best defense. And, adaptogens do that. It promotes wellness, and it promotes, well-being, and adaptogens, if you're feeling a little foggy, if you're stressed, like I said, I deal with a lot of clients that have a hard time with cortisol. And so, adaptogens can help with that. It just really helps to reduce. And when you reduce your cortisol, okay, cortisol is necessary, but when you reduce it, you're also reducing spikes in blood sugar. You're also reducing inflammation.
Yes.
And so think about, adaptogens is just, something that is in our wheelhouse that we get to use to have our bodies work more efficiently.
Yeah. And I love the way that you've already kind of told people how to incorporate some of these herbals and adaptogens in your diet. Is there anything else that you want to add to that?
Well, you can't out supplement a bad diet. And I'm so thankful that you're on a crusade, Debbie, to help people with dietary changes. You guys, if we had an easy button, we would just push it, but there's not one. You have to do things. No, it's not. But you have to do things, environmentally. You got to think about, what you're putting in your life that could actually be causing, problems with your health. You got to think about what you're feeding your body. Is it good for you, or is it something that you should not be feeding your body, especially the chemicals, processed food, different things like that. And then you have to supplement. You guys, we can't get it. The nutrients are just not there. I think about, and I'll just end with this, but and for all you listening on here today, I mean, especially if you're, even if you're a grandma, but even your young mothers, your children are the most at risk, because when Debbie and I were growing up, we still had real food. Okay. Yeah. And so, the kids nowadays, I mean, we're not, even though the food says fortified in this and fortified in that, you guys, it's not natural. And so they're not getting those building blocks. And so make sure that you're on a good, which Debbie can help you get on these 90 essential nutrients that we talk about quite a bit. But, adaptogens, they are going to, this Renew IQ, you guys, for children especially, that have, disabilities, staying focused. When I say disabilities, it doesn't even have to be a diagnosis of anything, but, helping them with their schoolwork, because it's adapting, it's helping their brain function better. And it's all natural and it's beautiful. I always, like I said, knock on wood, I have, I haven't taken any drugs, because at age 27, I had to have a complete hysterectomy. But since then, I have dedicated my whole adult life to stay natural and stay away from things that could harm my body. But I had to put in the good. You can't just stay away from things and think that you're just going to sit on the couch and everything's going to be fine. You have to put in the good. You got to put in the work. Debbie goes running. I love her for that. I probably will never become a runner. I don't have the, I love to walk, you guys. I walk 1 to, sometimes 2 hours a day, because it's just something for me that works really well.
You know why I do it? Because I was told I would never run my whole entire life. So it was like, woohoo, I can run.
Well, and that's wonderful. And that's what people need to think about. If you're listening to us today, what have you been told that you couldn't do? Because you can, you guys, you can get well. You can find the right source and the right, ability to be able to get well. I mean, Debbie works with a lot of, different people that have different modalities that can help you. And so, no more saying you can't. Let's start saying that we can. And I really believe that, Debbie is a prime example of how you can, change your life. And she's helping people change their lives.
Oh, thank you. One thing I want to point out, because people think, oh, mushroom coffee, it tastes awful. No, this mushroom coffee doesn't taste awful. I'm a person that cannot drink coffee, and I'm not a coffee fan, because I get the jitters from it. But this coffee doesn't give me the jitters, and it tastes good. It's just not, coffee obviously already did a number to me, so it's not my favorite thing. But that Renew IQ tastes really good. And so you always find something that you like. And these mushrooms are in a lot of different products that I offer as well. So, and if a person doesn't want to drink, they don't want any coffee, we have supplements, you guys, that have these adaptogens in it. And so there's always a way. And herbal tinctures too. Yeah. So you can do it. And you can put it on your skin, or you can take it internally. Now, let's get this last question in. Now, if someone's thinking, oh, I want to go natural, what would our first steps to be to do that?
Okay. The first step to do is you got to clean out not your closet, but you now got to clean out your kitchen. Okay. You got to get rid of anything that's processed. I mean, that is the first step, because like I said, you can't out supplement a bad diet. That's the number one thing to do. Get educated on labels, understanding what isn't natural. Okay. Understanding, what to eat organic versus, some things you can get by with that don't have to be organic. And we call it the dirty dozen. Okay. Like strawberries is on the dirty dozen. You always need to eat strawberries organically. Okay. So diet wise, you clean out your pantry, you get healthy foods, and we can help you. We don't have a long enough show to tell you, but Debbie can walk you through, grass-fed beef to, life without hormones. I mean, because our food industry, they want you to be addicted to the food. Okay. And so they put so many chemicals in to make it taste good. Okay. That's the reason why you get addicted to a donut or different things like that. It's because they also put the chemicals in with the sugar. Yes. When you start going natural, and you might go through and if you decided to do even like the keto, okay, because Debbie can help you through that. You're going to go through a period of not feeling good. I mean, it might be a week. If you were addicted to the energy drinks, we're going to help you do either the mushroom coffee or do a natural energy. But you may still experience, some healing, side effects, like, maybe some headaches or maybe some excessive bowel or different things. Okay. Because you guys, when you go natural and when you start feeding your body the proper things, oh my goodness, it's like night and day. You're going to feel so good. So you need to understand diet is critical. Okay. The second thing is you got to get out in nature. Debbie gets to run on the beach. She's in an area that, I could just imagine hearing those waves. I mean, I'm with her on that. I mean, I'm like, but she's out in nature. She's getting that good oxygen. I love to walk in the woods, and I like to walk on the walking trails. And so that's a different thing. And I'm consistent. I do it every single day. That's part of your natural way of doing things. The second thing is, the third thing is you got to find the right supplements. You got to be able to supplement naturally. Okay. And not all supplements are created equal. So get off Amazon. Don't do it. Get with Debbie, because you have to take things that are going to give your body the best defense and have it work efficiently. And the fourth thing is you got to do things that bring joy to your life. Okay. Because emotionally and spiritually can hold you down from your body being able to work more efficiently. And so even finding breathing exercises, or understanding the benefits of rebounding, or understand the benefits of grounding. Maybe you live where there's a lot of power lines above you. Maybe that's holding you down. You need to get and do things energetically that's going to help you. And so that's what I would leave you with. If you guys, going natural, okay, is easy. Okay. I will say that, because you're going to get past that first week and it's going to feel so good. And you're going to be really, setting yourself up to be healthy the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's not that hard, but some people need to take baby steps sometimes. And that's why I'm here to guide you through that. So now, what are you offering my audience today?
I am offering, so I'm a naturopath out of Norman, Oklahoma, and I'm offering you guys, anybody that has this coupon can use it, but 25% off my services. And it's any of my services is on my website. And so just put in the coupon Debbie Changes Lives, DEBICHANGESLIVES, and you will get that 25% off coupon. And you do that at checkout. And in my services, it explains what I give you, and it's well over a good value.
Yeah, and it's one word, by the way, and I don't know if it's case sensitive, but try it both ways. And her website is Laura Dennison, N as in Nancy, D as in Debbie.com. So just remember that. Now, this is a wonderful offer, and I do work with Laura as a team. So she's going to be guiding you, and then she's going to bring you back to me so I can help you. So she is a fantastic, she is so compassionate about everything with the people that she works with. She's a wonderful naturopath, so reach out to her. So Laura, I will have you back again. Please stick around for closing remarks, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, talk to you soon. So remember, I revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I do help you correct your gut. I work with your mindset. I can also work with your brain and hormones and bone and joints and and immunity as well. You name it. I guide you to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrient products that reduce symptoms. You'll feel better. Possibly lose weight if that's what's needed. And it's going to uplift your mood. With my mindset coaching, I help you release that stress, the emotions, the emotional entanglements, as well as you are going to begin to reshape your core beliefs. And what's going to do is going to make your mindset more enhanced. And with my health optimization and weight release, your body's more efficient. So that is the mind-body solution that will make your heart and soul sing. So ask me about my programs. I set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives, DebiChangesLives, Live as in victory es.com/linktree, LINKTREE. And there you get to know me, I get to know you, and I'll guide you to your optimal health. And it does begin with 1 or 2 assessments. The health evaluation is actually complimentary, where you're going to rate your symptoms and last 30 days in 4 categories of health. Some questions are repeated in different categories. Answer them all, and you'll get a baseline score that I'll review with you. When you move forward with my services, I'll create that custom, natural, holistic strategy for you, and you will be monitoring this with the health evaluation, what your progress is on a monthly basis. I also have 2 different Zytos scans, and I prefer to do the Zytos Vizera link because I can send it remotely and internationally. It's been sent to South Africa and also Australia. Now, Vizera is a transdermal optical imaging app. I send a link to your phone. You scan your face for 30 seconds. It's going through your skin to only looking at blood flow, nothing else. And it's looking for components of energetic, functional, emotional, and different body systems and lifestyles. And I love that emotional part because that's a hidden gem. And what happens is that it creates a wellness report of biomarkers out of range and products and services that bring it back into range. And I do review it with you because it's quite intensive. The cost of the scan is $75. And when you move forward with a program or a product, I give you a $25 discount. Now, Vizera is that transdermal optical imaging app that is also known as TOI. And you can look at these terms on PubMed.gov. For its accuracy, that's PUBMED.gov, and it will tell you how accurate it is. I also have a family pack of 5 scans that could save you $50. People are really amazed what their body tells them through the scan, and you'll be too. Curious? At least set up a consultation to ask me, or just simply do it and see what people are talking about. Also on the site are my programs. Take Your Body Back is a 12-week weight release mindset coaching program that you're going to be using a new version of you to drive you to your success. All coaching is done on Zoom, and the first one's always private to you because I am a HIPAA certified compliant practitioner, and so anything with health assessments is private. I also give you a choice between 2 meal plans and directions on one, and I give you instructions how to create that new version of you. That's going to drive you emotionally and passionately to be successful in an avatar board throughout your health and weight transformational goals and journey. And the rest of the coaching, whether it's in group or private, we'll be celebrating your wins. We'll be utilizing those boards, and I'll get you over your gaps with health and mindset tips and answer your questions. Now, you're always welcome to ask me questions before signing up on my consultation or watch a previous show called Holistic Self-Love for more details on the show button. That show is pretty old and the prices are not the same anymore. So just remember that the prices have gone up. Now, Why Fast is an intermittent fasting program that gives your cells and body humming and in turn boosts your metabolism with rich, dense nutrition and high-quality essential nutrients and a program of exercises and recipes. Here at the consultation, you can ask me questions. And remember that intermittent fasting repairs cells, reduces inflammation, gives you mental clarity. Now, if you need some coaching, there's a 2 or 3 week program to get you going. It's up to you if you want to pay for more coaching after that. And with my mindset enhancement and health optimization programs, you could use these smaller programs, but truly those will probably a longer term journey, and you'll be saving more money buying the bigger program, be more economical, or I can create a custom program for you. For a limited time, I'm offering Debi's Coaching Chats, which is a 30-minute complimentary coaching session in an intimate group setting. It's not recorded. A survey picks a topic so you can learn how to optimize your health, release stress and emotions, ways to release weight efficiently, how to harmonize your hormones for body balance, creating a winning mindset for health, weight release, and also life, as well as creating a new version of you in an avatar board that'll drive you with emotion and passion to achieve your health and weight transformational goals throughout your journey. These meetings are at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you register for it at Debi Changes Lives, and that's DebiChangesLives.com/chat/CHTS. And you learn what my coaching is all about. Finally, learn more about alternative health, services, programs, products, offers, articles, blogs, upcoming shows, events, and promos by subscribing to my newsletter at DebiChangesLives.com/radio TV show, all lowercase and as one word. And I give you a gift, a 30-day health and mindset daily action journal where you can record your gratitudes, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, food, water, supplements, and exercise on a daily basis, even track your measurements. Then you want to review it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to see your wins and celebrate them, find your gaps to work on. If you need help bridging that gap, you contact me for coaching. This journal is a great health and mindset awareness tool. I'm certain that you found this show educational, eye-opening, and enjoyed it. Reach out to me for my services, programs, products, and offers, and reach out to Dr. Laura for her offer and services. That 25% discount is fantastic. Can we have Laura come back?
Hi.
Hi, is there anything else you want to say?
I think that you are, well, one, I just want to say that you're absolutely incredible, Debi, and anybody would be so, you're so helpful that anybody that gets you as a health coach is going to get healthy. I just know it. And you have a heart to help people. And so thank you so much for having me on here. Yes, we both have a passion to help people and help people naturally. And you guys, it is something that you could pass down to your kids and they can pass it down to their kids, and it can be generational on having outstanding health. And I appreciate you having me on, and I just love you.
I love you too. And you know what? You'll be back on again. And I always love the way you're on here, and you're so fun to work with. So you'll find her not only, loving on you, but she's going to, she's very uplifting and she's very caring. So just remember that. So we're a good power team. So thank you.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Okay. So continue to enjoy my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives, on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where your holistic journey begins.